It all began on a chilly autumn morning when Jack, a simple man with a restless spirit, stumbled upon a peculiar auction. Among the cluttered items and broken furniture, one listing stood out: an old, decrepit cabin in the outskirts of a forgotten town, priced at a mere 50 cents. 50 cents. Jack laughed at first, thinking it was a joke. But something in his heart told him this wasn't ordinary. With barely any thought, he placed his bid, feeling an odd mixture of thrill and dread. The auctioneer's gavel struck, and the cabin was his. As he drove through the winding dirt road leading to the property, the scenery changed dramatically. The modern world faded, replaced by overgrown fields and ancient trees whose gnarled branches whispered secrets of the past. The cabin emerged like a shadow from another era, its wood blackened by age and rain, windows shattered, and door creaking ominously. Jack's pulse quickened. He knew he was not just buying a structure, he was stepping into a story waiting to be unearthed. He parked his old truck and approached the cabin. The air was thick with dust and the smell of mildew. As he pushed the creaking door open, the sunlight fell through broken windows, illuminating piles of hay stacked in corners. The cabin was empty, yet it felt alive with a strange energy. Jack ran his fingers across the worn wooden table, noticing scratches, marks, and what looked like faded letters carved decades ago. Something or Samionia had been here, long before him. Curiosity overcame caution. Jack moved deeper into the cabin, exploring each room carefully. In the corner of what seemed like the storage area, a patch of hay was oddly disturbed. Something didn't sit right. His heart thumped harder as he brushed aside the hire and froze. Beneath it lay a young woman, her wrists bound with rusted chains, her clothes tattered and face pale with exhaustion. Her eyes met his, a mixture of fear, confusion, and relief. "Help me, a broken bar please," she whispered, her voice barely audible. Jack immediately sprang into action, kneeling beside her. The chains were heavy, the rust biting his fingers as he worked to free her. Every second felt like an eternity. Finally, with a loud snap, the chains broke, and the young woman pulled her trembling hands away. "Thank you," she gasped, her voice quivering. "I've been trapped here for months, a broken bar, maybe years." Her story poured out like a torrent. A cruel man, driven by greed and obsession, had lured her into this abandoned place. She had no family nearby, no way to escape, no one to hear her cries. Jack's anger rose, but he held it in check, knowing first aid and care were the immediate priorities. He offered her water, some dry clothes he kept in his truck, and a warm blanket. Slowly, her shaking eased. Together, they made a plan to contact the authorities, though Jack knew the local police might take time to arrive. In the meantime, he promised her safety, shelter, and a voice to tell her story. As night fell, the cabin's eerie atmosphere transformed. Shadows danced along the walls, but now there was hope in the air. Jack built a small fire in the hearth, the first crackle of warmth in decades. The woman, whose name was Emily, sat quietly, tears staining her cheeks. Jack felt an unspoken connection, a bond forged in adversity, fear, and the spark of survival. They shared stories of their lives, of hopes lost and dreams deferred, and for the first time, Emily allowed herself to imagine freedom. The next morning, Jack contacted the sheriff. While waiting, he explored the surrounding land. Hidden under a pile of rotting boards, he discovered a small chest containing old letters, photographs, and documents. These revealed a history of betrayal, greed, and forgotten promises. Jack realized the cabin had been a prison for more than just Emily. It was a place where secrets were buried, both literally and metaphorically. When the authorities arrived, Emily told her story with courage and clarity. Jack watched as justice began to unfold, but he knew this was only the start of a longer journey for both of them. The cabin, once a symbol of fear and oppression, now held a glimmer of hope. Jack decided to restore it, not just for himself, but as a reminder that even in the darkest corners, light could prevail. In the weeks that followed, Jack and Emily worked tirelessly to rebuild the cabin. Each plank replaced, each nail hammered, symbolized a new chapter. Neighbors, drawn by curiosity and compassion, offered help. Slowly, the cabin transformed from a place of despair into a sanctuary of resilience. Jack and Emily shared laughter, stories, and small victories, creating a home built on trust, courage, and a bond forged under extraordinary circumstances. The story of the shackled bride hidden beneath the hay spread across town and social media. People were captivated not just by the shocking discovery, but by the courage, humanity, and determination displayed by Jack and Emily. They became symbols of hope, reminding everyone that one person's action, no matter how small or impulsive, could change lives. Jack often stood on the porch, watching the sunset paint the sky in shades of gold and crimson, reflecting on the twists of fate that led him to the cabin. Emily, once a prisoner of circumstance, now embraced her freedom fully, her laughter echoing across the fields. Together, they vowed to help others trapped in darkness, proving that courage, empathy, and action could conquer fear and injustice. This story is more than just a tale of discovery. It's a testament to the human spirit, the unexpected paths life takes, and the power of compassion. Jack bought a cabin for 50 cents, but he gained a lifetime of purpose, friendship, and the knowledge that one brave act can illuminate even the darkest corners of the world.